Alright, yes, welcome back to another review. Here we have the Owepowe, I think that's how you say their name, I could be pronouncing that horribly wrong, but the Owepowe Summer Camp Bear mousepad. So some normal specs about the pad, it's the normal 490 by 420, but it's 4 thick. So it's the standard like mousepad size, and the mousepad itself is $37.99, so it's one of the more cheaper options for a mousepad on the market currently. So I want to talk about the base to start with. The base is not one of the best bases on the market. It is effective, but it is going to move around sometimes during gameplay. It doesn't stay completely still on the desk. A solution to this would be to put water under the mousepad, but that's still not going to make it an amazing base. You can see here, move the base around just a bit. So during gameplay, if you're playing, you can definitely move the base while you're playing. So the stitching on this pad is quite low profile, and I don't have any issues with it fraying or any quality issues at all. The only issue I would say is that you can definitely see where the stitching starts and ends on the base of the pad, but that's not really an issue at all, because I'm not really looking there, I don't really care. So one of the most important aspects of this pad is its design, this Summer Camp Bear design they use. Obviously the print quality is really nice, it does come out really well, and I think Owepowe pads in general, they just look good. I've seen images on Twitter and everything and other reviews, and all of their designs look really well and the prints always look nice. And there's no different for this one. For the design itself, it definitely does work, but I asked for other opinions as well on this, and I think the design can look a bit like cluttered at times. You have obviously the bear, the fire, but then the text in the middle, I don't know, it's a bit clustered at times. I feel like if they just had the bear, it might have looked better. But that's just opinion, you know, someone might like the text, it's up to you really. And of course you have their logo top right as well. So now let's talk about one of the important aspects of the pad is the surface itself. So the surface on this pad is nylon plus spandex, and of course you're going to get more of a fast pad, it's a speed pad surface. So due to this surface, it creates a really nice feel for tracking heavy games in scenarios where you need smooth movements like control tracking or reactive scenarios. This paired with its soft base gives you, I say this all this time, but it gives you that nice feeling where you can actually dig in if you need to do smaller micro adjustments that you may need for TAC or microdynamic and static scenarios. You can sort of dig in so it's not crazy fast all the time. The surface is actually very good for all types of games and categories. Obviously its strongest point is most positive is for tracking, because it's just very easy to glide on the surface. Flicks are also nice, but you may need more effort for people who don't have the mouse control and the skill required to flick and stop like that. So for TAC FPS games, this definitely is usable. If you've built up your aim and your skills enough, you're not going to feel the speed at all really, I would say. And flick and micro onto targets easily, but for someone who's a lower skill level and doesn't really have the mouse control yet, this pad won't really do for them. I'd say stick for tracking games, things like Apex. But the overall quality of the pad actually really surprised me due to the price. It's a really cheap pad on the market, and you're getting this design and this overall quite high quality pad considering the price. One thing is that it doesn't actually lay completely flat. You could definitely get it to lay flat if you weigh it down and put something on it, but it came flat packed, it came in 2 boxes flat packed, and it still doesn't really lay flat. I don't know what the issue is here, but mine just doesn't want to lay flat. I had no issues with it arriving to me. There was no damage to the pad at all. It came in 2 flat packed boxes and it didn't have any damage on it at all. But overall, this pad is actually a really good option. I appreciate Owepowe for sending this out to me, because it actually surprised me. When I received it, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. So this is definitely a solid option if you're on a budget and you want an art pad and something with a design. This is definitely something you could go for. So I appreciate you watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next review.